Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. Here's the deal. Today I want to talk about a powerful shift in perspective that can transform your life. Too often we see ourselves as victims rather than the creators of our present situation. This mindset can keep us stuck, making it difficult to change our lives from one moment to the next. But what if we embrace the idea that we are not just passive participants in our lives, but active creators? What do you think about that? Many of us carry the weight of our past experiences. We replay old stories in our minds, reinforcing the belief that we are victims of circumstances beyond our control. And it's easy to fall into this trap because our past shapes us, but it doesn't have to define us. You see, every time we see ourselves as victims, we give away our power to create a better future. Now, for one moment here, I want you to think about the times that you've been hurt or wronged. And these memories can be heavy, can't they? Yeah. They often come with emotions like anger, sadness, and regret. But dwelling on these feelings only serves to anchor us to our past. It's like trying to move forward while dragging a heavy bag behind us. And to move freely, we got to set that bag down. You see, change begins with a single thought, the belief that we are creators. And when we shift our focus from what has happened to what we can do right now, we reclaim our power. The present moment is a blank canvas, and we hold the brush. Every action, every decision, every thought is a stroke of creativity that shapes our lives. Now consider the concept of mindfulness, the practice of being present in the moment. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. And by doing so, we can break free from the automatic reactions that bind us to the past. Instead, we can choose our responses consciously, paving the way for new possibilities. And to transform our lives, we must rewrite our stories. You see, instead of seeing ourselves as victims, we must see ourselves as victors. This doesn't mean ignoring the past pain or pretending it didn't happen. It means acknowledging it, learning from it, and using it as a fuel for our journey forward. Our past can be a source of strength, not a chain that holds us back. I want you to think for 1 minute of a gentleman that I find very inspiring. His name is Nelson Mandela, and he spent 27 years in prison. Now, after this, he could have emerged as a broken man, defined by his suffering. But instead, he chose to see his experience as a source of strength and wisdom. Now, this fueled his journey to become a global symbol of peace and resilience. You see, like Mandela, we can transform our pain into power too. And we must take responsibility for our lives because it's empowering. It means recognizing that we have the ability to change our circumstances. We might not control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. And by taking ownership of our actions and decisions, we become the architects of our destiny. Now imagine a ship at sea. The winds and waves represent external circumstances. While the captain cannot control the weather, he can steer the ship. Similarly, we cannot control every event in our lives, but we can navigate our path with intention and purpose. And we may see ourselves as creators, but when we do, we open the door to endless possibilities. We start to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles. We become solution-focused, finding ways to turn challenges into stepping stones. And this mindset shift brings hope, resilience, and a sense of purpose. Now consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who wrote the first Harry Potter book while struggling as a single mother on welfare. She could have seen her own situation as insurmountable. Instead, she used her current circumstance as motivation, turning her dream into a reality. And for me, her story is a testament to the power of seeing oneself as a creator of their own life. Now, what are some steps that we can take to embrace the creator within? Well, the first thing I believe is self-awareness. Reflect on the stories you tell yourself. What do you say to yourself up here? Do you say empowering things or do you say limiting things? Challenge the narratives that keep you in a victim mindset. And one way that you can do this is by journaling. It's a very powerful tool for this. It can help you to identify and reframe your negative beliefs. Because remember, you're not only listening to what you say to yourself up here, but you're also listening with these ears. It's no different, and the impact on your mindset and on your future is exactly the same. So change the narrative. When you hear negative things with your ears, turn it into something positive immediately in your mind. The average person says around 3,000 negative things to themselves in their own head each day. Every time you say something negative to yourself, change the narrative. Turn it immediately into something positive and see how things transform in your day-to-day activities. It'll put a smile on your face and it'll quicken your pace. Now, the next thing I think you need to focus on is gratitude, which is focusing on what you have rather than what you lack. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. So start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. And that simple practice can transform your outlook on life. And we've talked about that, and I've actually expanded that for you in the past in other videos. We've talked about writing down up to 20 things a day that you can take, 20 actions you can take each day to get closer to the goal that you've set for yourself. Now, doing that is wonderful, but in addition to that, when you add 3 things you're grateful for, it can really change your perspective and boost your creativity so that those 20 ideas of how to move closer to your goal each day will come much easier as you're in a more positive and grateful mindset. Remember, I always say every day, let's get on our shoes because we need to get moving. Action is where it happens. Action. Take small steps and take steps every day towards your goal. Because you see, every step reinforces the belief that you're in control of your life. Set achievable goals and celebrate your progress every time you accomplish anything, no matter how big or how small. And remember that even the smallest actions can lead to significant changes over time. Even a faucet that drips will eventually fill the sink. And it's 100% true. And mindfulness. Stay present. The past is gone, and the future is not yet here. And I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't matter what anybody has ever told you. It doesn't matter where you've come from, poor or poverty, or maybe you grew up in a wealthy circumstance. It doesn't matter the circumstance you grew up in. Everybody has the same chance, the same opportunity to build the incredible life that they want to live. So the present moment is where your power lies. Practice mindfulness through meditation, deep breathing, or simply being fully engaged in whatever you're doing. And then don't forget support. Surround yourself with positive influences. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that uplift and inspire you. I'm going to tell you one thing. If you hang out around people who are unemployed, you're going to end up unemployed. If you hang out around people who don't read books, you probably won't read books either. You will become who you hang around. The 5 people you spend the most time with is going to make up the majority of who you are. So you know what? Seek out mentors and friends, people that will inspire you. Engage with people who believe in your potential and who are encouraging you to pursue your dreams. You know, changing our lives from one moment to the next is not about sudden dramatic shifts. It's about a steady, intentional process of seeing ourselves as creators as we are. And you know, when we let go of that victim mindset and embrace our creative power, we unlock our true potential. We become the authors of our own stories, writing each chapter with courage, hope, and determination. And remember, you are not a product of your past. You are the creator of your present and your future. Embrace that power and watch your life transform. You know what I always say, if you want to change your life, all you have to do is change your life. Sometimes it's just that easy. And I believe in you and I care about you. And if anybody can do it, I know within my heart, you can. You are worth it. You're amazing and incredible, and there are beautiful things within you the world is just waiting to see. So join me today in creating a beautiful day and a path towards a wonderful future. And I'll be back tomorrow with some really great stuff, friends. Take care of yourselves today, okay?